Me Be Frank, and we're talking about the new show happening at the Meyer, Half Belgians.
Yes.
And now you're one of the Chicago girls. You're one of the Fibs.
Yes, this is a tough role for me because unlike most of the people in this cast, I am basically a true blue Belgian myself. So this is tough. You know, I've got the Belgian accent, I've got the country feel, and then they make me play a Chicago girl. So I gotta take lessons from David and work on it, you know.
And they were saying that the girls, you guys have Chicago names.
Yep.
Which one are you?
Lisa Hallis.
Okay. Ooh.
And unlike Casey, I really didn't do any research. I know it's football related as well.
Okay.
But not quite sure.
Okay.
Who George Hallis is, but he's my grandpa.
Oh, okay. Okay, it sounds familiar for me, so
yes.
I mean, but I couldn't, if, you know, I was in life or death situation, I'd be like, I don't know.
Not sure.
Yeah.
I know I've heard of him, but not sure who he is.
And is this your 7th season?
Yes, I'm in my 7th season now, so it's been crazy. Yeah, I didn't ever think I could be doing this for this long. You know, like most of the cast members, you know, I work full time too, and you know, spending all day at your day job and then coming to rehearsal for a few hours a night doesn't really leave you a whole bunch of time to do other things, but it's worth it, and we all have a good time, and been doing it for 7 years, so yeah, we're making the most of it. So.
And what's been, because, you know, people who come to the shows, people, you know, like my parents, they regularly come to the shows. They love coming to see them. Yeah. What has it been like just being here for 7 years? Like, what's, you know, the changes, the excitement, it's still there, obviously.
Yeah,
you're still doing
the excitement's still there. You know, we see the same people, you know, 6 times a year. They come to see every show. You get to know them a little bit, you know, just from the brief handshake that you give them at the end of the show. And, you know, it's just nice to see them coming back. And you know, after every show, they say, oh, this was my favorite show. This was my favorite show. And then the next show you see them at, and they say the same things, and they say, this was my favorite show, you know. So obviously we're keeping them entertained by, you know, doing these shows every year, 6 times a year, and they're still loving them, so.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure it's kind of like you were saying, they come up to you and stuff, and they've been seeing you for 7 years. It's, you know, kind of like, oh, like, it's like, that's my daughter up there. You know what I mean? Yeah,
they start adding you as friends on Facebook, you know, which is good, you know. I always have to see who else are they friends with? Okay, Frank, Amy. Okay. They must come to the shows if I don't recognize them right away.
And since you've been in just so many, what's so different about this show in particular?
This show in particular, well, we didn't have to do any of the choreography this year, which was, or this show, which was kind of nice for me, you know, having limited time to myself as it is, you know, and much less do some choreography too. It was nice to have Jack here to just do some choreography for us, and obviously he's got better dance moves than most of us do, so I think I'll really enjoy the dances this time too, because it's like they're a bit of a challenge for us, and you know, it's just kind of a nice way to have Jack in the show with us still, so it's nice.
Yeah, before he goes out to
LA before he makes it big. Yeah. You know?
Gotta keep him here for as long as you
can. Just a little bit longer. Yeah.
And why do people come out and see this show?
You know, it's just a great mix of, you know, obviously we've got some Chicago girls and some Belgian country folk. It's a nice mix of different groups of people, and you know, the Frosty Tip is nationally known, I'm sure. I've been there many times.
Okay,
so,
good.
Yes, good. I have been. Actually, I grew up in the Luxembourg-Casco area. I went to school there, so we traveled through Dykesville all the time when the highway used to go through there.
Oh, yes.
I drove past the Frosty Tip every day when I went to school at UWGB until they changed the highway and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I stopped there multiple times, probably too many times.
I know, we would go up there. My friends and I would go up there, and like my mom, they had a cottage that was just right down the street, and so it's like, this is a homegrown, well, all of the shows are pretty homegrown, but this is, you know, right down the street. Everyone's at least heard of the
It stays true to me too, because it's so close to my heart.
Yes.
Well, being that area. So.
Well, thanks so much for joining me today. The show runs until February 22nd. Come out and see it at the Meyer Theater. You can look for tickets online. Check them out. Like them on Facebook. Let me be frank.
Yeah.
Add them on Facebook. I mean, they'll add you. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just show us your face.
And just keep it right here on CW14online.com. We'll be talking to David, Frank himself, and we'll be talking to Casey.
Thanks.